Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to start with the chapter lesson 13 sound. In this chapter we are going to discuss about vibration, musical instrument, sound needs a medium to travel, terms related to sound waves, characteristics of sound, sound produced by humans, structure and working of human ear, noise and music, and last we are going to discuss about noise pollution. So students, let us begin with the chapter. So as you all know that sound is very important to all of us. It is very important. It keeps us informing about our surroundings. We hear sound from various sources like from vehicles, televisions, music system, machines, musical instrument and so on. So sound is what? Sound is a form of energy which produce a sensation. Sensation means feeling of hearing in our ears. So we talk and communicate with others by producing sound. Birds, insects and animals are also capable of producing sound. So in this chapter we are going to discuss that how sound is produced, how do we hear sound, why are some sounds louder than other, how do sound travels from one place to another, how music is different from noise, and how is noise pollution is caused. Okay, students? So let us begin with the first term or concept, that is vibration. So as you can see in image, you can see the image of guitar. So when we plug the string of guitar, what will happen? The string will start moving back and forth. And when it is rapidly moving back and forth, so it is making sound. Same way if we place our palm on the speaker of a music system, playing a loud music, what will happen? We will feel the vibration. So vibration means what? It is a rapid back and forth movement of a body about its mean position. Mean position means from its original position, that is when it is moving ahead and back. Okay? Then sound is produced because of vibration. Now students, let us understand that sound is produced by vibration made by vibrating body through this activity. So aim to show that sound is produced by vibrating body, apparatus, a plastic or metal ruler, a desk or table. So here which vibrating body we are going to use? We are going to use plastic or metal ruler. Okay. Now method. Now what we are going to do? You are going to take a plastic or metal ruler and you have to place it on a table, and at the end of the table you are going to place it in such a way that its half portion should remain out of the table. Now what you are going to do next? You have to press the ruler with one hand and you have to flick the free end of the ruler with your finger. So when you are going to flick it, the free end of the ruler, okay, so what will happen? The ruler will vibrate. So when it is vibrating, what is happening? It is producing sound. Okay. Now you have to stop the ruler from the vibrating. How you can stop it? By touching it with your finger. Okay. With the help of your finger, you have to stop the vibration. So as soon as you will stop the vibration, so it will stop producing sound. So from this, what we have concluded, that sound is produced by vibrating body. Now students, let us understand one more activity, that sound is produced by vibrating body. So apparatus, a wooden board, 2 nails, a rubber band and a hammer. Method. Now with the help of hammer, what you are going to do? You have to fix 2 nails on the wooden board as you can see in the figure. Now tie a rubber band between the 2 ends of the nail. Now what you are going to do? You are going to stretch the rubber band and you have to leave it. Now when you are stretching the rubber band and when you are leaving it, so what will happen? The rubber band will vibrate. So as soon as it will vibrate, it will produce sound. Now you have to stop the vibration of the rubber band with the help of your fingers. You have to stop it. So what you will notice? That again no sound is produced. So from this what we have concluded? That sound is produced by vibrating body. Now students, let us take few examples that shows that sound is produced by vibrating body. So first one is plucking of a rubber band. Now what you are going to do, now take a rubber band and put it around your compass box and insert two pencils. You can see in that image that how it is done. Now what you are going to do, from the middle you have to stretch the rubber band and you have to leave it. So when you are stretching the rubber band and when you are leaving it, so what will happen, that rubber band will vibrate. So when it is vibrating, it is producing sound. Now hold the rubber band. So what will happen, it will stop vibrating and sound is not produced. Now see the second one, striking a pen. Now here what you are going to do, you have to take a metal plate or you can take a pen and you have to hang it in such a way that it should not touch any wall. Now strike it. Strike it means beat it with the stick to the pen. So when you are striking it with the stick to the pen, what will happen? The pen will vibrate. So when pen is vibrating, it is producing sound. Now hold the pen. So what will happen? It will, as it is not vibrating, so it will not produce any sound. Okay. So from all these activities, what we have learned? That sound is produced by vibrating body. Now students, let us learn about some musical instruments. So first one is string instrument, second is wind instrument, third percussion instrument, reed instruments, and last is Gana Vadya. So first one is string instrument. So in string instrument, music is produced by vibrating a string. Okay, usually a metal wires. So when it vibrates, it is producing sound. So here we have taken the few examples of string instrument, that is veena, sitar, violin, guitar. Okay, all these are few examples of string instruments. So here when strings are plucked, struck or played with a bow, okay, so what will happen? They vibrate to produce a musical sound. Second is wind instrument. So these musical instruments are generally made in form of pipes. Okay, you can see image of it. Okay, so when we blow air into them, what will happen? Here what is vibrating? Air is vibrating. So when air is vibrating, it is producing a sound. So here we have taken few examples of wind instruments, that is shehnai, saxophone and trumpet. Next is percussion instrument. So in percussion instrument, what is vibrating? A vibrating skin or membrane. Membrane you can see, top of it, that surface. That we are saying membrane or skin. So when it is vibrating, it is producing a musical sound. So here we have taken few examples of percussion instrument, that is drum, tabla, dholak. Okay, a few examples of percussion instruments. Next is reed instrument. So here we have taken the example of harmonium and mouth organ. So these are the examples of reed instrument. And in reed instrument, what is vibrating? Metal reeds. Metal reeds means it is a thin metal piece. You can see metal piece in it. So when it is vibrating, so it is producing sound. And in mouth organ, when air you are blowing in it, so metal pieces in it will vibrate, so it will produce sound. Next is Gana Vadya. So here we have taken few examples of it, that is Manjira, Gatham. Gatham we can say mud pot also. Kartal. Okay. So when it is simply beaten or struck, so it will produce sound. Okay. So these instruments are known as Gana Vadya. Students, we have already discussed that how sound is produced by vibrating body. Now in this slide we are going to learn that sound needs a medium to travel. So the substance or matter through which sound is transmitted means passed, is called a medium. So the medium can be solid, liquid or a gas. Now students, let us understand this through some activities. So this activity show that sound can travel through solids. So apparatus, an alarm clock, wooden table. Method. Now place an alarm clock at one end of the wooden table and stand at the other end of the table. Now try to hear the ticking of the alarm clock. Now for this, what you are going to do, you have to place your ear on the table and you have to listen it carefully. Now here what you are going to observe, you will observe that the ticking of the alarm clock sounds louder when heard through the woods. So from this what we have concluded, that sound travels through solid and sound travels faster through a solid medium than in gaseous medium. Now students, let us understand that how sound can travel through liquids. So aim to show that sound can travel through liquids, apparatus and squeaky toy. Squeaky toy means a sound making toy when pressed, a plastic bag, thread, bucket and some water. Now here we are going to learn the method. Okay. Now take a squeaky toy and put it inside the plastic bag, and you have to tie the mouth of the bag with the thread. Now fill the bucket with the water and place the plastic bag containing a squeaky toy in the water. Means inside the bucket you are going to keep it. You have to see the figure when I am explaining. Now what you are going to observe? You will hear a low sound. Now put your ear touching the water level in the bucket. Means you are not going to immerse it. Only you are going to touch the water level in the bucket. And you have to squeeze the toy. Squeeze the toy means you have to press the toy again. Now you will hear the louder sound. So from this what we have concluded, that sound travels through liquids. So sound travels faster through a liquid medium than in gaseous medium. So from this both the activities, what we have learned, that sound travels through liquid, solids and gases. Means that sound requires a medium to travel. So sound travels fastest in solid, slower in liquid and slowest in gases. Now through this activity, what we are going to learn, that sound requires a medium to travel, and if there is no medium, then sound cannot travel. Means sound cannot travel through vacuum. So apparatus, an electric bell, glass bell jar, vacuum pump, battery, key and connecting wire. Method. Now place the electric bell inside the glass bell jar. You can see in figure that how it has been kept. Now what you are going to do, you have to connect it to a battery and a key. Now, and how you are going to connect it? Through a connecting wire. Now when the circuit is closed, you can see the hammer of the bell is striking the gong. Okay, it will strike, it will beat that gong, that circular face, that circular surface we are saying, gong. Okay, so hammer will beat on it and you can hear the sound of the bell. Now what you are going to do? Now remove the air from the jar with the help of vacuum pump. You can see in figure. With the help of vacuum pump, you have to remove the air. And with what it is connected? It is connected to glass bell jar. Now what you are going to observe when you are removing the air? You will see that as the air is taken out, the loudness of the sound decreases and becomes too faint. And finally, you do not hear the bell even though the hammer of the bell is seen striking the gong as before. Okay, you will not hear any sound. Why? Because you have made it vacuum. You have made vacuum inside the glass bell jar by removing the air. So sound is not having any medium to travel and reach to us. Okay, so from this what we have concluded, that sound cannot travel through vacuum and sound requires a medium to travel. Now students, let us take few more examples that sound needs a medium to travel and sound cannot travel through vacuum. So first one, sound needs a medium to travel. Now in this what you are going to do, take a long metal ruler and hold its one end to your ear. You can see in that figure that how it has been held. Now ask your friend to gently scrape or tap at the other end of the metal scale or ruler. Now here what you are going to observe, you will see that sound has been traveled through the metal ruler. A metal ruler is what? It is a solid substance. And you will hear more louder sound. Okay. So from this what we have concluded? So here we have concluded that sound needs a medium to travel. And here medium is what? Metal ruler, which is the solid substance. Now next is sound cannot travel through vacuum. Now in this what you are going to do? Take a metal or glass tumbler and you have to see that it should be dry. Okay, that metal or glass tumbler should be dry. And now you have to place a cell phone in it. Now ask your friend to give a ring on the cell phone and listen to the ring carefully. Now what you are going to do? Now surround the rim of the tumbler with your hands and put your mouth on the opening between your hands. You can see in that image that how it is done. Now indicate your friend to give a ring again. Now listen to the ring while sucking air from the tumbler. You are sucking air from the tumbler. You are making it vacuum. Now what you are going to observe? You will observe the decreasing amount of air in the tumbler has decreased the loudness of the ring. Now if you suck all the air in the tumbler, you will not listen any sound. So from this what we have concluded? That sound needs a medium to travel and it cannot travel in vacuum. Now students, let us understand the terms related to sound waves. So sound travels in form of waves and waves are characterized by three basic quantities, that is frequency, amplitude and time period. Now let us understand this one by one. So in order to learn that sound travels in form of waves, okay, we have to go through these activities. This activity A, to show that sound travel in form of waves, apparatus, that is water, plate and spoon. Now in this what you are going to do? You have to take a metal plate or dish and you have to pour water in it. And you have to strike at its edge with a spoon. With a spoon you have to strike it at the edge of the metal plate or dish. You can see in that image. Now what you are going to observe? You will see that plate is vibrating and it is producing sound. Now one more thing what you are going to observe? Now look at the surface of water. You will see that waves are forming. So from this activity what we have concluded? That sound travels in the form of waves.